me.
So I've got one of these things and it just doesn't work for me. So I cannot get
Good morning, everybody. Happy May.
Did you go in the Ninja sweatshirt? I did. I literally just poured some stuff in and it's like 20 minutes later I got frozen in the roast and stuff.
It was faster than 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mine just, it's me. So I'm not holding my mouth
Your
right or
still
something.
doesn't work?
No.
Even
This is
the
the
new one?
second one.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I mean,
I got a helper. I'm gonna go party with it. It's literally it's just a couple of little things.
It's the ambient.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy May 14th. And time for my morning jog. Get out of the way, Michael. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Stephen was on the phone. I love catching someone on the phone.
I think I saw it.
He should have been in the meeting.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got here? 11 signed in.
I didn't sign in.
You're screwed. I'll give you number 12. That's the last one. All right. And winner is
Oh my god.
Oh my God. That was fixed.
it wasn't really
He won? Oh, wow.
Michael.
Anything to stay? You gotta be present to win.
Still not here.
You gotta be present to win.
Here, take it. You really did. Everyone says it was rigged, but it wasn't. You look good in yellow.
Green.
I was gonna say, is that yellow?
I'm colorblind. All right. So make sure that you check in on Facebook. And I was notified this morning. So Bree put stuff on all of the Facebook and Instagram. And with the intention, you guys can take it and use it. She says, take it, put it in ChatGPT, and have them put your information on it, and share it on your social media. So is anybody currently doing that besides Jock? Yeah, Jock is doing it. Tricia,
Oh, hi.
Oh,
So early.
you're in here talking, but when I need you, you're not here.
I was American Home Shield taxing. If that's what I was making sure the mimosa's up to speed. Hi, everybody.
morning.
The mimosa is fantastic. Have one. Okay, I am keeping it simple. I don't even have slides. Everybody knows me, American Home Shield. I bring mimosas. You guys, Chick-fil-A's good this morning?
Yep.
Thank you. Good, great. I'm going to talk about HVAC because it's hot already. Are we already hot?
Yes.
You guys know I'm in the middle of a construction of the leak at my house, so we're almost done. I'm telling you, it's like the project that just keeps giving. The bleeding never stops. But I'm really on the home stretch. But guess what went out on me on Saturday? I think I talked about it a little bit on Facebook. My HVAC. And I have a ranch style house, so luckily I do have 2 units. And I do have a portable, so my portable is hooked up. But I do have original units. My house was built in 2004. And I think it's major. I think it's a major one. So I do think I'm probably going to look, if it wasn't for the bleeding that's happening on my kitchen, I would be like, yes, HVAC upgrade right now. I am trying to like really see what my cash out's going to be because it's probably I have a good repair. Like it's pretty, my unit's pretty crapped. So we're going to talk about the upgrade. Let's just set expectations because I was talking to one of my soccer friends. I'm a soccer mom. If you know me, I'm a soccer mom. So I was talking to one of my soccer guy friends, and he's like, I bet they pitched an upgrade. I'm like, yes, we are going to pitch an upgrade. If our vendors come out, they are going to pitch an upgrade. That is going to be what happens. You and your buyer should know they always have the option to do the repair just like I do. And mine is not working still because I'm trying to consider my options to do the repair. right? A fix or a cash out or an upgrade, right? Those are kind of the fixes. I'm in the middle of it right now. I can do, it's an evaporator coil and a disconnect box and some ductwork repair. Okay, I can take the cash out, which will be wholesale value, or I can take that money and roll it into an upgrade. Okay, those are kind of the choices that you or your buyers will have when you have that time, when the big repair comes. Do you guys kind of understand it?
How much is the upgrade of that at this point, like in your scenario?
So because we have relationships with Carrier, the largest buyer of equipment, it is a lot better. Has anybody priced has anybody went to Gettle or those big buyers and priced one? Because I literally just had a Wardley agent that had their buyer forget that they have a warranty.
We don't mention that name around here.
Oh, sorry. I just had another agent at another brokerage. They're not as good. I mean, they're not as good. And their splits are not as good.
But we have stories.
Oh.
Don't we
We
not?
have stories.
We have stories. Oh, sorry. Well, we know we'll wrap now. That forgot, and buyers forget all the time they don't have warranty. And we all probably have had a buyer that forgot they didn't have warranty. Forgot, before they knew it, they were in 2 units, $36,000 for 2 units. Wow. Okay? They got taken. Okay? Taken. I have probably inappropriate things that I would say about being taken.
You know those Wardley agents, they're just idiots.
No, it wasn't the agent, it was the buyer. They
I know,
didn't,
but the agent should have reminded the buyer.
but they didn't even know. It was all done before the agent even was involved.
We'll find a way of blaming that agent.
Okay, well, find a way, but okay, whatever. Any which way.
They're dumb enough to get Wardley, they're dumb enough to forget they weren't.
Okay, this went downhill.
Off the rails.
Off the rails, people, off the rails. This is being recorded. Off the rails.
I forgot about that.
Okay, off the rails quickly.
I used to be a warden.
Huh?
I used to be a warden.
Okay. Stop, friends, stop.
All right.
This is going on YouTube. Stop. I like everybody. Maybe we should stop
I'm gonna
recording.
skip after
Okay,
Tricia, go ahead.
Stop. I like everybody. The point is, the buyer went rogue and did a repair without talking to an agent. You really want to remind your buyers, when something goes wrong with your house, please connect back with me. Because that agent would have been able to, like you, get them back. Hey, remember you have a warranty. Let me talk to my rep. Let's talk through this. This is a major thing, right? HVAC is a major thing. You would have been able to get them back on the rails. So HVAC upgrades with American Home Shield are anywhere between 8 and 12, depending on the type of tonnage and stuff that they need. That's where we are financially, 8 to 12. Sometimes I've seen them as low as $6 grand. Yes, grand. So it kind of depends on what they need, what the tonnage, if it's on a roof, what kind of ductwork needs to do. That is the range typically. So I need to look at that. So you kind of think about it. You can get a repair. We are always probably going to try to ask for the upgrades. Don't be like, oh my God, they came to my house and all they want to do is upgrade. Okay, we are in the money-making business. How we get vendors to want to do business with us is to try to do an upsell business. Just like you guys, they're always trying to look for more money, right? So they are going to try to upgrade. But they have a choice. They can do the repair, they can take a cash out, or they can try to do an upgrade. I am in the midst of that myself with my 1 unit. I just happen to be very poor at the moment because of the bleeding happening with my kitchen. But my unit is very, very shot. It has some major issues. So I also want to talk about this and why seller's coverage is so important. Because I just had another one, actually with your agent across the way right here. Seller's coverage. It is silly if you are not putting seller's coverage on your home. Because we are saving deals in the HVAC. Okay, you walk into a listing and you're like, whew, that HVAC looks original and that HVAC looks like it might cause me problems when a buyer walks in. Okay, 2 things that can happen. You finally get the buyer into contract. Okay, and the buyer comes and the inspection report has some HVAC things on it. You already have seller's coverage on it because you did the right thing and you put seller's coverage on, like Rick put seller's coverage on the minute you had it, okay, and you had some questionable things come back on that request for repair. You can send one of our techs out and get a nice report back that says HVAC is working fine, it's within limits, the splits are fine, wires are fine, all of those things, you have something back. And the buyer continues coverage, and now we have a record that one of my techs was there in May, and if something, gosh forbid, goes bad in July, I'm able to say, we were just there in May, and something went bad in July. Well, we were there. I have precedence to show that everything was fine. Do you see how that's like continuous coverage? We just were there, no surprises. You just said it was fine, no repairs were made, or a repair was made, nothing was documented. Now in June or July, you have to fix something because we were just there. Okay, during seller's coverage. Kind of get that?
So do they go inspect the unit, when you do the sellers?
I don't quote unquote do an inspection. I send them during seller's coverage to make sure everything's okay. And they come back with a no mechanical failure.
Okay, got it.
That's how they come back.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I send them all the time and they'll come back with a no mechanical failure. Hi honey, how are you? Okay? Or we have to go backwards. Say you do have a unit and turns out that seller didn't tell you that that thing is shot and crappy, and they come back and instead your seller's like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to give them $7,000 credit, and you already had $7,000 of concession, and you can't give this buyer another $7,000 of credit, and it's all a big whole wash or whatever. Instead, you take the upgrade during the seller's time, and we do an upgrade during seller's coverage. They get the $1,500 worth of credit during this, and we upgrade that system during sellers before they actually
How much
close.
is the upgrade?
Like I just said, anywhere between 6, 7, 8 to 12. So we put a new system in during this time. They get $1,500 credit because you get that during seller's coverage, and they get a whole new system. So I've done almost 3 or 4 of these at least in the last 4 months, where the seller is actually putting a whole new system in and giving that to the buyer before they close. Okay, instead of doing that big old credit and kind of giving the buyer a faulty system. Yes.
If it's a package unit on the roof, is crane coverage?
We have
included?
no crane. We have no crane coverage.
So nobody.
No, we don't cover crane at all anywhere in our
So
packages.
you actually hire them, but the buyer would pay for that.
So if it's during the buyer's policy, would be an additional non-covered. During seller's coverage, remember seller's coverage is only up to $1,500. So there's going to be non-covereds anyway, right? Or so say a seller's like, you know what? I want to get this deal closed. I'm going to go ahead and buy this buyer a new HVAC, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that HVAC to get this deal closed because this thing is shot and I'm not going to be able to find a buyer unless I do something. Then we're going to give them, say we quote them $9,000. We're going to take $1,500 off the top, and then they're going to pay for the upgrade off that. So 9 minus 700, they're going to pay 7,500 and get a new system.
But my point was, is you set up the crane delivery, we
Oh,
just
yeah.
have to pay for it.
Yeah, the HVAC company does. Are you kidding me? They probably even have a company or they do it themselves. Kind of get that and how this can help. HVAC seems to be a big topic right now. And it's hotter earlier, which makes my job a little harder earlier in my year, but call me, just keep reminding them, we want them. You guys, 89% of our clients renew, okay? Believe it or not, that is where we make our money is in renewals. We are renewing 89% of our clients, but we need them to remember that they have a warranty, so that is a big part of it. So stay in contact with them.
702-499-9828.
Yay.
Caller, if you have any questions at all. And thank you for the breakfast. And after the meeting, don't leave during the meeting.
Have a mimosa. Yeah, I'll
We
be up
got
here.
mimosas out there.
There's mimosa.
All right. We have our content creators room back there. It is getting some use. It could get more use. We have decided to not lock it. So if you need to use it over the weekend, that's fine. You can use it over the weekend or after hours. Just be respectful to the equipment that's in there.
Well, what's in there that we can use?
Lights, basically. So everyone's using their own cameras on their phones.
There's
but
also
there's
a tripod stand there for your phone. There's microphones that hook up to your phone with different pieces to go to different types of phones. And the green screen.
there's a high table if you want a high table. There's green screen. There's chairs. Yeah, so agents are already using it. So feel free. All right. Who has taken a listing over the last week to 2 weeks?
The form changes.
Have you guys noticed changes to the form? Yes? No? Yes?
First line.
Yeah. Let me show you. Oh, that's so. There we go, right there. All right, so there's a couple of differences. It takes a while for it to load. But there's a couple of differences on this form that I want to explain to you. One is on page 1, and one is on page 5. So right here is they changed this to say commencement date, and then it goes on to say is the commencement date is when the seller and broker form an exclusive relationship. The submission date is when broker will start marketing the activities. That means that's when it's going to go in the MLS. So if you go, so basically that's listing date is commencement date. And if we go down to page 5, where are we at? 4, right here. Broker will submit the property listing information to the MLS owner before, and that's the actual submission date, as it says right here. If the seller wants broker to begin public marketing advertising immediately, the submission date should be same as the commencement date. If you take a listing today, you want it, the seller wants it in the MLS today, the submission date is going to be the same as the commencement date.
So is this eliminating
Is
the
there a
coming
time
soon?
frame that you gotta put in the contract?
Sorry, coming soon? Is that?
Completely different than coming soon. Yep.
So you can have it like a week or 2 weeks out and just get it signed? Or is it like?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes to a week, no to 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because it goes, submission date can be no more than 10 calendar days after the commencement date. What this is for is you go out there, take a listing, and your seller says, yeah, I want to get the carpets cleaned, or I want to get this room painted. And you don't need to do a coming soon, which is a lot longer of a period, up to 30 days, but you do the submission and commencement date. And again, no more than 10 days. So that spells things out. I like
I like it.
that change a lot. It clears things up because I get that all the time. Is how long do I have to put it in the MLS? And what was the answer before? 1 day. Now you have, with the seller's permission, you have up to 10 days to. Any questions on that?
So it's up to 10 days, you can have to wait 10 days.
1 in 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's up to 10 days, no longer than 10
You have to
days.
specify the date.
And it's calendar
Yeah.
days, not
Yeah.
business days.
And if it's any longer than that, we have to do it coming soon. correct?
Coming soon, correct.
So you get up to 10 days without it coming soon, and then it's
Yeah.
coming soon.
Yep. Questions? Comments? All right. That's one of the changes that they've made that just makes complete sense. There's some changes that are made over there that you just start scratching your head like, why? You have to dig really deep into figuring out why and how. But this one just makes complete sense. So I like it.
Hey, Mark,
Yes.
off topic, but I was supposed to be in a class at 10 o'clock this morning on.
You're gonna be late.
I know. New listing input with Core AI. Have you heard about that yet?
I saw that on the MLS. Dawn showed it to me this morning, that there's a countdown, 19 days? 19 days.
They were doing.
I have no idea what it is.
They were doing a class today and I'd signed up, but I really wanted to talk to John, so
Yeah.
maybe they'll
John's
send me
over
a
there.
replay. I really wanted to talk to John.
Who you pointing
Yeah.
to over
I was
there?
pointing at
Epic.
the sign.
Yeah, so, if anyone finds out what that is before I do, let me know. It sounds interesting,
Scary and interesting.
AI is taking over, Just watch the Terminator. Everyone got scared when I said that.
Matrix, AI.
Yeah. So 100 Days to Greatness. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. What?
No.
Can I join the
Realty
conversation?
One's home warranty. Is it over?
We have 3 home warranty companies now,
Oh, okay.
so choose from, and they're all great. 100 Days to Greatness. We had to postpone it. I need at least 2 more people to sign up. I have 3 right now. We need 5 to 10 really, to make it successful. So we're going to have it starting on June 2nd. It's going to be Tuesdays instead of Thursdays, and it works. It really works if you work the system. You have to do the steps, do what you're told to do, and you can get up to 7 extra transactions over the course of 100 days. And what will that do to your year?
What time
Can I just make a comment?
1 o'clock.
Can I
Yeah.
make a comment real quick? Because I'm actually coaching with Brian Buffini right now. And last year, I really did nothing but flounder all my whole. And I started with him at the beginning of the year, and my business took off like a rocket because I'm doing his system. And I'm actually doing the 100 Days to Greatness just to get that much more of a boost in it. I'm super excited about this because the system does work. It really
And let's
does.
be honest, Dawn. Are you really doing it 100%?
No,
So if you did it 100%, just
Right.
think of where your business. And that's why she's adding 100 Days to Greatness is
which is why I'm really annoyed it's being changed.
yeah, I know.
Can we share this with our agent friends, or is this just for us?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And our discounted rate is, normally it's a
$95,
$4.99, $4.95,
something like that.
$500. Normally it's $500, but we got it at $3.95, so basically $100 off. And even agents that are not with Realty One Group will still give them the QR code that has the discounted rate on it. So yeah, if you know of anybody, or if you look in the mirror and see somebody that could benefit, sign up. It's a great.
The June 2nd?
June 2nd.
Yeah, starts June 2nd, Tuesday.
Okay, at 1, and how long?
How long do they last?
2 hours.
2 hours?
14 weeks. Some are longer than others. Like at the beginning, there's some long ones. Plan for two classes in your first week to stay on track.
So-
There's a lot of material.
Two-ish hours typically. Okay.
At what time?
1 to 3. 1 to 3.
One, yeah.
Is this videos, you're watching a video?
Yes, and yes, it's video and conversation. Yep. And it's videos of basically Brian. Yep. All right, so that's that. World's best corn dogs.
I like them.
This
They're
is my
good.
favorite one.
Me too.
It's probably one of my favorite trucks as well. They're out there today, 11 to 1:30. They're world's best because they say so. They're good. I don't know about world's best, but they're good. What was that?
Just an elf line from elf.
Oh. All right. Wind Down Wednesday is coming up, May 20th. What is that? Next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday.
Next
Are
Wednesday.
you buying us corn dogs, or we have to buy them?
By room. There's a food truck out there.
We do get wine.
And you have to. John's buying the wine.
$100 gas card again. Barrel oil still over $70. We're still gonna give away gas cards.
So John has been giving anyone that comes to Wind Down Wednesday, he has a drawing, and you can win a $100. Are you gonna go get booze? Yeah, John's gonna give away a $100 gift card, as long as oil stays above $70 a barrel. What's it at?
It's above $70.
What's it at?
Actually, I think we're still in the 90s now.
Really?
Like $1.05, depending on which one you're going for.
Yeah.
So he's supporting Iran, that's what he wants to say. The Iran war is not gonna last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But that doesn't mean that the oil is gonna come down overnight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, so that's 3 o'clock Wednesday here, be here, or B Square. Michael's starting early. I was hoping that Jeff was going to be here to talk about this, but he's doing a class on May 26th from 11 to 1, working with veterans. And here's the 10 things that you're going to learn. This is why the VA loan matters. Who qualifies? Summary of the VA home loan. Common VA loan miss, VA loan and appraisal updates. And all good stuff that you're going to learn. And that's going to be May 26th, right here in this room from 11 to 1. And Jeff with Rock Title will be the instructor on that one. Any questions on that?
Lunch or no?
Lunch and learn, yeah.
It's all about the food, isn't it?
Send me
All
letters
of a sudden, we're gonna, there was gonna be 2 or 3, now there's gonna be 10. My favorite event that we do every year. I say that a lot of events, but this is one of my favorite events. Is our Aviators baseball. That's going to be June 5th. That's coming up. That's just in like 3 weeks away, isn't it? It is a Friday. There's a cost of $54. What that gets you to hang out with me. But no, what it gets you is entry into the game. They set up a special area, a roped off area, and they have a buffet. We have burgers, dogs, cookies, chips, sodas, water, no alcoholic beverages.
all the healthy stuff.
But there is a bar right next to it, literally steps away. Yeah, all the healthy stuff. I don't think they have salads. Anyway, so that's June 5th. I think the gates open at 6. Game starts at 7. It's a great event. It's a lot of fun. Who's going?
I think I'm going. I just went to a Dodger game.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
And are you a Dodger fan? No.
Yeah.
Did they lose?
No, yeah, they lost.
Oh.
But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Baseball is a lot of fun. It
Why
really
can't we
is.
get something like the night game?
Maybe we will next year.
Did we find out their
Or the
kids'
Raiders or
tickets,
something,
kid
or the
prices?
Silver Knights.
I'll reach out to him today.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
don't let me, remind me after.
Yeah. So,
I'll do it right now.
it's $54 a ticket. We don't know if there's kid prices yet. We do cash, we do checks, and we do Zelle. You can Zelle it to me, and I'll turn that into cash. So yeah, if you want to go, email Stephanie, stephanie.wood@realty1group.com.
Payments are due by May 27th.
Thank you.
Which is when next?
Well, today is May 14th, so we're talking 13 days. Another one of my favorite events is, so this is Spring Mountain Ranch. Who has gone out to see a play out at Spring Mountain Ranch? Who knows about it?
I didn't know it was Green Mountain.
Spring
One
Mountain.
down
It's the super.
Blue Diamond, right? Red Rock, no?
Yeah.
It's in
Yeah.
the area, yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you're going all the way up, hi Daisy, all the way up Charleston, past Red Rock Loop, right past there. It's that's what it is. It's Spring Mountain Ranch. It's called the Super Summer Theater. What's that? No. Mm.
What is that copy, the link below that's so small you can't see it?
Well,
Even you can't see it.
it's just the Spring Mountain Ranch,
Yeah.
address.
And there's the address right there.
So we're not taking money for this. You guys got to get your own tickets. And the website is just called supersummertheater.org. .org. And so yeah, it's going to be, what's the date?
June
June
13th.
13th. And the play is going to be in the Newsies. If for those of you who have never been out there, it's a really cool event in that they have a big stage and a whole big grass area. You bring your blankets or chairs, or they rent chairs out there. And gates open, I think, at 6 o'clock. You go in there, you bring a bottle of wine or mimosas, right, Michael? He's asleep. And, bring, people bring charcuterie boards or sandwiches, or you just hang out and talk, and then, once the sun goes down, the play starts. And it's really cool. And, when I say it's really cool, it can get cool up there.
So it's a little cooler.
Yeah, bring a light jacket up there. Yeah, so it's a good event.
And there are bugs.
There's bugs, there's snakes, there's bats, there's donkeys.
Funny story. We actually went up there to the museum,
Uh-huh.
and there was a big tarantula on the wall.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if we.
When I did ran Ragnar one year, there was like tarantulas all over the room. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark, I think they sell something in that too.
Oh yeah.
Can't miss them.
Great point. They do sell food up there. There's some food trucks, and there's a place that sells hot dogs and yeah. So, yep. You going?
Yes,
Good. Good.
it's fun.
Yeah. All right. Who likes free? Who likes free CE? Yeah. So we're going to have free CE here on the 21st. So that's next week, next Thursday, in lieu of our meeting. And it's going to be, I think this was, yeah, ethics. You all need it. I'm teasing. Yeah.
I did find out from NRED that this satisfies the NAR requirement for ethics. You have to have every 3 years, I think. So this
Yep.
will actually work.
Did you hear that?
Is it going to be here?
Right here.
What about our sales meeting?
there's no sales meeting.
He said in place
Did you hear I said in lieu of?
Yes, but I didn't believe you.
Do I need to define what in lieu of means?
Yes, because, without sales meeting, it's not so good day.
Yeah, so, but it's free CE.
That's good day. It is good day.
All right, with all that being said,
Are you gonna talk about Zoom?
no, not yet. Zone is changing. The one zone. John, with Epic, he's gonna talk about credit repair.
Mark, question before John starts talking.
It's too late. I've already introduced him.
Yeah, we don't have market statistic here.
We don't have market statistics. You're right.
Next time.
Yes, but they'll be in your newsletter.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right. So Eduardo was coming, but apparently his kid made Little League playoffs. I guess there's more important stuff than credit repair. So he couldn't make it, but I told him I'd just do it for him. So credit repair. Everybody just kind of worries about their credit. And I'm like, guys, that's the easiest freaking thing to fix. It's like income's harder than credit. You can't just manufacture income, but we can fix a score in a week or two. So sometimes, depending on how bad it is. But, and I was on a webinar last night. It's like there's so many myths, so many buyers. They give you these objections like, oh, I'm not ready to look for a home yet because I'm trying to fix my credit or working on paying some stuff off or stuff like that. It's like they shouldn't wait. They need to get a freaking plan together. So we were talking at Wind Down yesterday. I don't know what the topic was, but someone said, yeah, I just sent him a decline. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I don't think I've ever sent decline in this business. I'm like, are you approved? Not yet. It's not yet, right? We can get them there. I mean, there are some lifelong renters out there. Let's be honest. There are some people that will never buy a house, and they're always going to continue to be in the same position just because there are, right? And then there's the legitimate people that really want to stop renting and get into their own home. So those are the ones that we're wanting to target. So credit scores. Anybody seen this pie graph before? Shows how your credit is affected. Obviously, we have payment history is the biggest one. Don't be late. Don't be late. That's it. It's like just make your payments. Late can hurt. Late actually hurts the higher scores more than the lower scores. You have someone with an 800 that gets a 30-day late, it could drop their score 60 points or more. You get someone with a 680 with a 30-day late, it could drop them 10 or 15 points. Okay? And those stay. You can't really get rid of an actual late on a credit account. You can pay it, you can be up to date, but that late's going to affect you for a long time. All right, we'll talk about how to take care of those in a minute. But utilization. Does anybody have apps where they're watching their score daily? Isn't it crazy? Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like, what the heck? Your score changed. Well, no shit, I just freaking went to Costco.
Yes.
Right? So that utilization will affect your score, as your balances go up.
As you're checking out.
Right. Rule of thumb, keep your utilization under 20%. Nothing to worry about. If you have one card that goes up 30, 40, 50%, it'll affect it, but not that much. It's when you get close to the limit. You go over limit, it executes you. If you get over limit on a card and it reports $15,000 balance or limit with a $16,000 balance, that is going to hammer you. Okay? Navy Federal does something that irritates me. They do these personal loans or these consolidating loans, and they make it revolving. No, because it's always maxed, right? You're paying it down, so your total is always right there. And because it shows revolving on the score, it hurts your score. So if you ever do something like that, especially with Navy Federal, make sure you're not getting into a revolving account. Make it an installment. That's okay. All right. Length of credit history. We'll talk a little bit about that, with some of the cards when we get into how to get rid of late payment type stuff. But anybody have any cards that they've had for over 10 years? Yeah. Don't effing go late on that one. Okay? That is your recovery mechanism. If anything ever happens in your credit world, that card, that account is going to help you recover faster. All right? Credit mix, diversify, you want enough installment, revolving. There's no such thing as having too much revolving out there. All right? I'm getting ready to close 2 accounts that I got a while back. I cringed. I didn't really want to close them because it is going to ding my score a little bit, just for the temporary. Anytime you open an account or close an account, it's going to ding your score.
Does it ding if they close it for you? Like if they close your account, like if I don't use like a furniture
Even
store
if
or
they
credit,
close.
yeah.
Yeah, it just shows up as closed.
I wasn't sure about that one.
Yeah, it's temporary.
So why are you closing those 2 accounts?
Because they're charging me annual fees and I don't use them and they're irritating me. So, yeah. And they're not big enough. It's like I got plenty. It's not going to affect my overall utilization. Back to utilization, let's say you're running at about 50% utilization and someone offers you a $15,000 card. Get it? It's going to help your utilization. It's going to help your score. Okay? Again, new credit. New credit hurts a little bit. It's really weighted on the older accounts. All right? We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Credit repair, credit coaching. This is Eduardo's company. This is different from consolidation. All right? It's 2 different things. Credit consolidation, they want you to go late on your payments to get into a credit consolidation situation. It sucks. Okay, they're going to consolidate, they're going to negotiate, you're going to make a payment, you're going to pay all the stuff off. But you got lates now. Even when they close the accounts and they're paid off, they still show a late on there. That's going to affect your credit. Well, what credit repair does, after you're done with consolidation and those are closed, credit repair comes in and removes them like they never happened. All right? It's a 2-step process. A lot of times people are like, oh, I have my credit consolidated. I'm like, I see that, but you have 6 accounts with lates on them. If we remove them, your credit goes from a 680 to a 760. Okay? Literally, you remove that sucker and it's like you never had it, never had a late, never had that account. It's great.
How long does that take?
Good question. Eduardo, when you call Eduardo, Eduardo's going to say it takes 6 to 9 months because he doesn't overpromise. I've seen his work. I've had a lot of clients. I've seen him come off within 10 days of his initial push or submission. I've had a charge off repossession car for a client that came off in 10 days. He called me. He's like, hey, my score jumped to 120. Bullshit. I'm going to go check. I went and checked. Sure enough, that sucker jumped to 120. I freaking pulled a hard pull and we were set. Close that sucker. All right. So it can take, 2 weeks, could take 2 months, could take longer.
Sean, when they come off, do they ever come back on?
Good question. Now, once an account is removed, let's talk about collections and like charge-offs, stuff like that. Once an account is removed, they legally cannot post it, report it. All right. So let's say ABC had a collection, and it was for $1,000. It still owed $1,000. Eduardo got it removed. ABC can't come back. But if ABC sells it to DEF, they can report it, and it's back on there.
Which they do.
Yep. Now, you get in the little ones, $100, $200, you're probably okay. You're probably safe. They're probably not going to find someone to buy that and re-report it. But you can guarantee you get a higher one.
But if it's just a late notice and that comes off, that probably.
Well, late notices, we would have to remove the account. And if you have a closed account and we remove it, it's not coming back. Okay? Charge-offs?
The account is still active.
No. Yeah, active, we can't remove that. So.
Is there a time that when you look at a client's portfolio, whatever, that you recommend doing bankruptcy because they're that much in debt first if they want to buy a house?
Gosh, you gotta be so deep in debt that bankruptcy hurts so bad.
Right, because I don't have to wait a couple of years or something.
Yeah, I've done it twice in my earlier life. It hurts, and I never want to go back there. So, that part, if they can do a consolidation, because we can't remove a bankruptcy.
No, I know, but sometimes like you're so like for example, I had clients that had started business. You know, they were renters, but they were going for the big dreams, right? And they kept going, charging, getting more things, getting more credit, things like that. They were so deep indebted, and she had like student loans as well on top of that.
Yeah.
So it's like the lender looked at it, and she's like, you know, you make great money, and like all of this other debt that you owe, I would recommend just doing a bankruptcy.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, it's got to be a real bad situation, like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, okay. No, hers was only like maybe it wasn't only it was like $50,000.
That's not bad. That's not worth a bankruptcy.
Yeah.
That I would say, let's consolidate. Let's get you down to 30,000. Let's pay it off, and let's remove everything like it never happened.
What if it's with the IRS?
Yeah, you're sure.
Yeah, they're changing their mind tomorrow.
Yeah,
Even after you're done, it'll go back.
nothing with the IRS.
So I found out this week that when you apply for a loan, especially a mortgage loan, the credit bureaus, God bless them, sends out triggers to debt people that then actually trigger that debt to show back up, because it happened to the buyer of my listing. He just found out about it. He said he didn't know, but when he applied for the mortgage, all of a sudden the 3 bureaus sent out those triggers, and now he can't close until we get this off of his credit report.
What triggers?
I'm calling bullshit.
That's what he told me, but I started researching it, and it said that they can't do that. They will send out triggers
What triggers?
What triggers?
to debt. To debt. So like say you had this $3,000 debt, and it got sold to another company. When this fella applied, all of a sudden those triggers went out to that, and now all of a sudden this debt is back with a different company.
It's probably
Okay. Yeah, because I get notified if one of my clients get a credit pull for a mortgage situation. So it's possible for that. And then they just took but they couldn't, I was thinking you were saying that they put it back on there, but no, they could have sold it and got it re-reported. So.
Yeah, because he said.
And
he
I
didn't
feel
know
like
it.
there might have been more. They probably were already in the process of selling that debt to another company anyway. I can't see them just taking that situation and saying, oh my gosh, he's trying to get a loan, because it takes time to sell it to another account and repost it.
Well, remember when you told me that you called BS on the whole expiration? A credit report's only good for 120 days, so
Yeah.
you have to pull another
Right.
one, and that's when this showed up.
Yeah.
So from 120 days ago, if that went through the
Yeah,
system.
that's a long time.
So now they found out about it, here we are.
Yep.
I tell my clients, talk to your lender as though he is an attorney getting you off death row.
Yep.
Tell him everything.
I'm skeptical of lenders because I don't like them. They're full of shit a lot of times. And I've screwed off. I've been on your side, and I've had those situations where like, what the hell? And then I've been on the lending side, and I've done those screw ups myself. So I know the excuses. I know the workarounds and the loops. So I'm very skeptical when I hear a lender say something like that. I'm like,
You didn't catch it.
huh, exactly. It's possible. But okay.
Call
Do
a
you,
lawyer.
do you know what Eduardo charges for that?
So Eduardo charges, right now, I think it's $300 per removal, okay, per bureau. So if you just have one and it's on all 3 bureaus, it's $900, you're done. If you have a bunch of them, he'll do just one set cost and he'll charge you monthly. I think it's $300 a month, and he removes everything. It's just 1 year of $300 a month, okay? And I worked with him. I was like, listen, someone uses your service, we will credit them to pay off the rest of their invoice at closing, so they don't have to keep paying you. Because here's the thing: it's the credit repair and credit coaching, right? He wants to get someone approvable as fast as possible. We don't want to wait, because the longer we wait, the squirrelier they get and they disappear. So we want your client approvable as fast as possible. That's not the end of it, because if he gets them to 640 and they're approvable, great, close that loan. Well, we do the free refis where we cover the loan costs for the next 5 years. So we want to get them up over 700. So when we refi, we can put them in a conventional, get them out of the FHA, and keep getting them in a better situation as we go.
Will they guarantee it?
He won't guarantee it. And no credit person. Well, I lied. He will guarantee it, because let's say you got 20 or 30 items, and he tried and tried and tried, and they only get the 20 off of it. They'll do a math algorithm and say, okay, these 10 didn't come off, so I'm going to refund you this much money. So yeah, he does actually guarantee.
What does he charge for you? 300?
300 or 300 a month, or I think he charges less if you do one payment up front. But I wouldn't do the one payment up front if we're going to cover the rest of it as soon as we close. So
You got to pay up front because these people have bad credit.
yeah, there's a reason, and he gets burned all the time. They pay him for 3 months, and then they get their house, and then they burn him. He's not going to chase them down, and logistically it doesn't make sense. But he gets enough of them to actually pay it to where he's good. So he's doing well.
Okay, you say 300 a month every month for what, the rest
1
of the
year.
life?
1 year. So,
All of
but
us
if we
is
close in 90 days and I pay him off at closing, they only paid $900, and they got credit repair for the next year. So, all right. What can be repaired? Again, collections, charge-offs, lates. Let's talk about the lates. We have to close that account and remove it. So if you have a Discover card you've had for 15 years and you're late, you're going to have to just eat it and keep that card and wait until it repairs itself, because we don't want to remove that card. We don't want to close it and get it out of it, right? So the little ones, that capital ones that you've had for a year or 2 years, let's just pay them, close them, and get rid of them like it never happened, okay? Mortgage lates, I haven't seen a mortgage company lately that'll fix a mortgage late even if it's their fault, or if you claim it's their fault. Even if you have a really good reason, it's tough, and we can't remove those.
What about leases for housing?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a charge-off and you remove it, it's not going to come back because it's not a collection. If it's a eviction and it's a charge-off, remove it, doesn't come back. So stuff like that. I had a situation where in California, he was wanting to get an all-in-one loan. Well, he had a bankruptcy 3 years ago, and that's not a problem. But when he did the bankruptcy and he reaffirmed everything, there was a second on there, and they don't send any statements because of the bankruptcy. It's reaffirmed. So he'd pay it whenever. Well, we got down to the finish line, looking at everything. Underwriter was like, I need this mortgage. I need a supplement on this mortgage. Make sure he pays it. Like contact them. They're like, well, we don't have any statements, so I don't know what to tell you. Finally got them to give us a ledger of his actual payments. He'd pay in September. He'd skip a couple months and he'd pay 3 times in November. And I'm like, that's not how it works, dude. Right? So we ended up having to do a HELOC. I'm like, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a HELOC. We're gonna pay that sumbitch off, get it gone, remove it, because the only reason they found it was it showed up as a lien. Otherwise, it would just be a normal credit account. If it was a normal credit account, we would have had no problem with it. We'd have closed.
So the bankruptcy didn't wipe it out, huh?
No, but because it was a lien and because we couldn't show 12 months history of actually making the payment and it was property related, it nixed him. So HELOC paid it off. It's gone. So we're going to come right back around, do the all-in-one, pay off the HELOC, and he's got what he wanted. So that's kind of how we mess with credit. There's always a way, right? He didn't get declined. He just wasn't approved yet. Let's do this. Again, coach him. He'll coach you to see what counts can be removed. He's got authorized user cards, so he has some solid accounts that he can add people as authorized user to bump their score. Okay.
Is that extra or
Yeah. Yeah.
how much does he charge?
It depends. It depends on how far you need to go with your score, on which credit line he puts you on. They're different pricing.
Is he his own?
No, it's a set of accounts that they work with within a company. So that's why it costs, because that company charges to put them on. I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna start putting buyers on my Discover card for free. Yeah, no, you gotta be crazy to do that. But I mean, you don't even give them the card; they can't charge anything. So, authorized users will bump their score faster than the opening new credit because it's seasoned credit lines, and it will. I mean, let's say they're at a 600. All right. If we put them on that Discover that's been open forever with a $15,000 balance and nothing owed on it, that could take them from a 600 to a 720 in 90 days.
So that's a good way to get your kids started on credit.
Yes.
That's what my mom did.
You get them to 720, now they can go apply for an actual Capital One or something decent and get approved for it. Or the other option is to go do a secured card at a bank or something and pay $500 to get a $500 card, charge a tank of gas, let it report their activity, and then it would jump them from a 600 to maybe to a 680, 660, somewhere in there. Okay? The key is it has to report its activity. If I have all these great accounts and never use them and they're dormant, anybody wonder why they can't break 800? Like, I pay off all my credit cards. I use them and I pay them off every month. Well, every time they report it's zero, so the bureaus think that you don't even use it, that you don't have utilization, that nothing.
So pay the finance charge.
It sucks, but it's a double-edged sword. If you want really great credit, you got to use credit, and you got to show that you use credit.
This is probably a heavy question, I don't even want to be able to answer it. But if somebody's like married and they're going through divorce, and the wife has her own credit cards and the husband has their own credit cards, if he's not paying his credit or she's not paying credit, would it tap into them even though they're going through divorce and separation?
Are they on the same, just have different?
No, like she has her own credit cards by herself on her name, but she's married, but they're going through divorce, and then he has her own. If he doesn't pay his own, would it go on her? Even though they're not on because he's not her name.
Unless they're not divorced at the time of purchase and they're doing an FHA, then we have to count his debt on her purchase.
Okay.
We don't have to count his score against her, but we do have to count any outstanding debt against her debt to income.
If they're still married.
Yes, if they're still married. So, again, we talked about prepaid cards. Not sure what happened here, but removable. Collections, of course. Late payments if we close the account. There's really no way around it to get a credit company to remove a late payment. And we can't remove it unless we can only remove accounts, not actual lates. Bankruptcies, he says, that's probably something in the 8 or 9 year mark because those things stay on your credit for 10 years. So you might be able to get it removed a little early, but once you get past 7 years, it stops affecting your score that much anyways. Repossessions we can get removed, charge-offs for sure. Inquiries. inquiries can affect your credit score. I mean, it could dock you 40, 50 points if you do enough of them at one time. So
Cell phones, right?
yeah, he can remove, like, anybody went and bought a car lately, and freaking how many times did they run your credit with different banks, different options? That hurts. So I suggest going to your bank, getting approved, because they usually have better rates on car loans. Take that and buy it, because your bank's not gonna run it 100 times. So,
Cell phones too, right?
I don't know.
I think they do, they run your credit.
Are they hard pulls or soft pulls?
That's probably soft.
Oh, it is?
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah. I haven't done a cell phone in so many years, so I don't know.
You don't have a cell phone?
Oh, I do, but I haven't had to.
To buy a
Evictions, timeshares, all of that stuff can be removed. Here's some examples of his work here. So this one looks like this is 3 months, 90 days. Their score went from, looks like a 570, 580 here, jumped 188 points in 3 months. So they jumped from not really approvable to pretty damn good credit in 3 months. All he did was remove all that stuff. So sometimes, remember, these things fall off after 7 years. So if that thing's on there and it's 5 years old, it might not be worth removing, and it's probably not affecting it too much.
Even medical?
See, cool thing about medical, they can be removed, but they can sell it to another collection company.
It doesn't count.
In the mortgage world, it doesn't count towards your score. Right? There are hundreds of different algorithms when they pull your credit. If you're looking at CreditWise or your Equifax on your phone, when we pull your credit, it's going to be different. All right? Because what you're looking at is a raw score without any algorithms. All right? You come to us to try and get approved for a mortgage. You go, maybe your Equifax shows that you have a 740. We pull your credit for a mortgage, it comes in at 710. You're like, what? It says 740 right here. Well, mortgages weight differently on different accounts, on lates, medical. See, we go to a car dealership, they might give you a 680 credit score because they're counting the medical collection, whereas the mortgage didn't. So mortgage comes in at 710, car comes in at 680. Now you're really mad. Okay, so different scores for different things.
So what about when you do that one free credit report reading that a year? You know how you can get rid of it in a year? What algorithm does that have?
Raw.
Raw?
That's raw.
It's as clean as you can get. Okay.
Yeah. So I suggest you do that. Pull your full credit profile once a year with free annual creditreport.com. It's a long, stupid thing, but yeah, go use it.
Is there any better time of the year to pull it, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, just pull it so you know.
Just if you're wanting to keep track of it, there's a reference number on it, you need to make sure that you have that so you can get back in, or it's not gonna let you get back into it.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody said something about kids scores. You have to be 18 to have a credit score?
That's a darn good question.
You can get somebody to give you credit at 16.
I mean, if you're 16 and your parent puts you on their Discovery, you're going to get a score. It's going to show up. You got a social security number and something reports, could be bad too. You could end up with a 500 credit score at 16 probably if you're in the wrong situation. Let's say dad puts you on credit card.
But you can't legally get a car or anything until you're 18, correct?
Correct. Yeah, because you're not legally able to write a contract, sign a contract or something. So, but you can't have a score. So start them young, because that's the key. Put them on your card to get them a score, and now if they have a score, now they can get their own credit card, so they have their own standing on their own feet. So, here's a situation. This one looks like it was about 5 months. So this guy jumped from 500 to 696. So now you see why someone comes at me with a 480 or a 500, I don't flinch. I'm like, okay, that's what we got to do.
Well, how's that work? How's that work?
What do you mean? He removed all this crap, right? I got one that I was working with right now, VA couple. They're both in the 400s, and they're relocating from St. George down here to Vegas. Amazing couple. She's a teacher. He's a disabled vet. And so I'm like, I gotta get this figured out. So got him with Eduardo. His score is already in the 700s. And this is just 3 months. So his score went from the 400s to the 700s. Hers is still at 610. She's got some stubborn things that wouldn't come off. So we can't guarantee when. We don't know why, right? It's all in these algorithms and when they report, when they close, all that kind of stuff of when that stuff will pop off or how long it takes to get it off. So this one, we're looking yesterday, we're on the phone, and they're coming down in 2 weeks. I'm like, I imagine one more thing will come off and you're up over 640, 660, because that's the magic number for them to get their DTI, to be able to run their DTI through the roof and get approved. So we're looking at it, she has 2 collections that still show a balance. I'm like, so I hit pay off the one collection and it shot her up to 700. I'm like, pay that off, get me a letter saying it's paid and closed, and I can go to the bureau myself and get it instantly rescored. So, and Eduardo, she called Eduardo, she's like, he goes, if that will do that on a guarantee, do it. And if the other stuff comes off, great. You know, that just gets your score even better. So she went and paid both of them off. They're $500 each. Her score is going to be over 700 here by the end of next week. So I'll get her letter and get it rescored. So by the time they get here, and as soon as that score goes up, I'm going to do a hard pull because it lasts how long?
90 days.
Yeah,
120 days.
120 days. If something comes back, and I already have that credit report, don't care. It's not going to affect us.
And that's the other thing I want to ask. If you get their scores up, do you want to get them closed like as fast as you can?
Yes.
So they don't change?
Just in case they don't come up. It depends on the client I'm dealing with. Because Eduardo will tell them it could come back if you don't pay them off. And if this client's not going to pay anything, I'm going to be like, okay, we got to be ready. I need you to watch your scores on your app. It's going to be can't count the score, but I'm looking for movement, jumps. If your score jumps on your app, I know it's jumping in here. We're going to go in and pull a hard pull so we can rock and roll.
Which app do you use?
Any of them. You can watch your Experian one I like because it notifies me a lot. Credit Karma might do that too, depending on. And I don't pay for Experian.
I was gonna say, my bank on my app has one right in my app.
Yeah, most of your credit cards have them, so don't pay anything additional.
Right.
So how much did all that cost?
Again, this person was probably on a $300 a month thing. So if this person was working with me, they paid for 6 months, they paid $1,800, and I paid the rest off at close. So it cost them $1,800 to get approved for a
You know
month.
what cracks me up is if they have the ability to just go pay those debts off, what the hell? Exactly. How do you get yourself in that situation to begin with?
And here's a crazy thing.
People are full of that.
These algorithms are freaking crazy. So, and I have to be very clear what I need them to do. If it's just me and them working together, paying down some balances, if I punch in, let's say it's a $6,000 car, and I punch in and I put $20 in the balance, and that jumps them 40 points, and if I put 0 in as a balance, and it only jumps them 20 points, but I need the 40, I'd be like, I need you to pay this to $20. And they pay that shit off anyway. Right? So that's the abilities we have with our systems to be able to dial this in. And we give them very explicit, very detailed instructions on what to do and how to get there. So if it's beyond what I can do with just changing balances and rescoring, then I direct them to Eduardo. It's like, oh wait, we need some work. Let's go to Eduardo and see.
Over past your capability.
Yes, because I can't remove stuff on my own.
It's a lot of work.
Unless I get letters. It's like, you got a collection, you're going to pay it off. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to call and says, I will pay you in full as long as you give me a letter saying you will remove it once I pay it off. I get that letter, they pay it, get me, I have the letter, now they get a thing that says it's paid in full. I take those 2 things right to the bureau and it's removed. I could do those.
Can it be an email?
No, they can email the letter,
Yeah.
but it can't be in an email format
Okay.
because those bureaus are real people.
Especially with AI now.
Yeah, they've gotten good. I've gotten some stuff by them, but not lately. They've closed all the loopholes. So, but yeah, those are some examples. Here's his best 30-day results. He removed 25 out of 35 items just in 30 days. Wow. I had a client, not this one, but I had a client that he freaking removed even more than that in 30 days. And it's a case-by-case situation. That's why you can't guarantee anything. Say time frames, right? I can't guarantee time frames. I'll tell them, I'm like, I've seen it happen in 2 weeks, but Eduardo's going to tell you 6 to 9 months. Don't freak out, right? Here's a 30-day results. It happens, right? So, and I don't blame him, for over-promising and stuff.
Rather underdone
Yeah.
and.
Because the public already has a conception, about credit repair people.
I hate everything.
I do too. Yeah. They're like, I don't like lenders. I don't like credit repair people. They're slimy, right? But this one, I actually
About realtors.
Yeah, right?
That's what I.
best people ever, ever. Actually, no, I get along better with realtors because I was one for a long time, and I understand that world. I never really liked lenders, but why am I a lender?
Because you didn't
Really
like
good at
them.
it.
Yeah, I found out I was pretty good at it, and I can scale better than real estate and lending, so that's why I do it. So under 90 days is his goal to get them from not approval to approval, and then keep going up from there. Again, we don't want to take too long. Here's his information. I'll leave it up here. You can come up and see it. Do we still have flyers out here for him?
I don't.
Okay.
Gift cards.
I did. In the office, I used to have some trifolds, and they're not there anymore. So.
Yeah.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So they say that verification of employment, beginning and end. Do you pull a hard pull at the end to make sure they haven't gone out and bought that house full of furniture, or is that a soft
We
pull?
don't have to, okay? Because we're on debt notification. As soon as we roll this thing in and it starts a process, they're enrolled in this debt notification.
No, I'm talking about just on closing a transaction.
Yeah, some will. Some lenders will pull it several times, right? We do a refresh.
So if you do the rapid restore, how is it that the underwriter's not questioning, why did we have to postpone the closing until now?
Oh, they will, but it doesn't matter if my new full credit report shows this. They have
So
to
they
go
don't
off
ever
that.
question that.
Yeah.
Because that's my client's thing. Is
Yeah.
Is it still gonna work?
Right. No, ours is a refresh for new debt, and a refresh is not going to pull in new collections, stuff like that. So
What's the difference between hard and soft?
soft is when you get those letters in the mail from a credit card company
Oh, yeah.
and it says you're pre-approved. They're doing soft pulls just to make sure you got a good enough score, but they don't have enough information, and those don't show up as an inquiry.
Is there any way to get that to stop? They're gonna keep coming.
Absolutely.
What a waste of paper.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
that's all I got.
Thank you all, Mr. Johns. Remember, no matter how you slice it, greatness is a choice.
Great.
Let's go out there and be great.